So we're going to be talking about more now about the influence and how corporates and companies deal with social media and marketing in quick. The game of brands and influence is a very interesting game because nowadays the message is by the messenger. If you have a certain celebrities carry, as my early friends spoke about, the celebrity influence on brands and vice versa, and how they can actually turn the whole brand into a lot of followers, and such as Lady Gaga or David Beckham, or Justin Bieber when Audi signed up with him a deal for 2 years to promote the brand. So it's the message where you actually have your individuals or followers of this brand carry on and in a very interesting and transparent way. Because a lot of people will go to reviews and rely on the experience of other people when they go and buy a product. And we all agree in this room that you no longer listen to brands or advertising as much as you go online and search reviews about a certain product or a brand or experience of a customer. So the focus or the marketing has changed from media to individuals, and that's a very interesting and huge move. Active social media users are influential online. That's very true. Such as Kim Kardashian, and there's a lot of other people. They do have influence, such as Obama. We earlier spoke about his campaign. They also tend to influence offline. If they like something, they will always talk about word of mouth, as Barry was talking about. For me, social media is a word of mouth. It's not a word of mouth. So corrections and different aspects of saying a certain term. Influence is shifting from media to individuals, as I mentioned earlier. Startups are rushing to measure and rank influencers. Like, for example, I'm a startup with a small business, or I'm an entrepreneur. I'll see the influencers for an interesting, let's say, category that I wanted to promote my business with, and I rely on those influencing people online. We have over 60% of the top 100 brands on Google Plus pages. That means that pages on Google Plus are very important, and brands are going and adapting to, let's say, the importance of pages being online, especially Google Plus, because it's a search engine and a very organic search engine or a platform where everyone or all brands can benefit from with their customers. Have anyone heard of Dancing Mat before? Anyone? Okay. Dancing Mat, yeah, is a very interesting person who loves dancing, and he wanted to take his experience online with people on YouTube, such as Gary. Gary Vaynerchuk, the guy we watched earlier, made 60 million out of sharing his interest or passion online on YouTube after believing on the effect of social media. Dancing Mat here has a very interesting fact where he just goes to certain capitals of the world and move around and just takes pictures or videos with kids and people dancing. His videos are very, has a very huge viewership, where Visa showed up and told him, come, I want you to do a commercial, and they wanted to start with that. So we'll share a quick video of Dancing Mat. He came to Kuwait, actually, and he took a very interesting footage next to the water bridges, Abraj al-Mai. He didn't have a... Okay. believe it really paid off the ad or the concept of going viral. Okay, we're basically brands such as also Heineken goes to Facebook and asks them to become an advisor for their brand and to share their latest products online and to measure all this type of engagement and interactivity with their new product. It makes deals with Google as well and social media push messages. So striking direct deal with social networks and huge social networks is becoming one of the interesting activity of a lot of international brands. Companies recognize the various benefits of social media or using social media. Number one perceived benefit is brand building. We're talking about branding and brand ever since this morning with Mr. Wal, and I'm emphasizing on that using some sort of numbers. Brand building is 90%, as we see here in the graph, and interactivity comes next in less 1%, 89%. Buzz building, which is very popular in Kuwait, is 88%, and I believe that means it's a very interesting and friendly tool for brands if you want to start or brand or start your branding activity. CMOs worldwide, we know CMOs, of course. Who can tell me who's a CMO? Is a commercial? Yeah, Chief Marketing Officer. Worldwide, are planning to increase the use of social media. We have 66% of CMOs who's reporting under prepared departments and manage market factors. And technology that CMOs worldwide plan to increase use of the next 3 to 5 years, according to June 2011, 82% of them are going to use social media. Taking social action in your plan, if you're in a company or you're a marketeer, social media listening is now widely accepted as an important. You have to go online and check for news and everything, and that's our daily routine as marketeers or PRs in companies. Listening is very important in social media in order to understand what the customer wants, and that's the difference in terms of a tool of being a one-way communication. Social media is a two-way communication where you send a message and you hear back from them in a timely manner, on spot. You don't have to wait till tomorrow. So a lot of companies or print media are going to be in risk very soon. Social media is shifting dollars from digital spend. This is something very interesting for marketeers. There is a lot of focus on how to invest on social media. We're going to be going to the digital budget that the company allocated, and we're going to take some sort of percentage to social media or to invest in social media. 79% of the budget goes for digital nowadays in the big companies. 21% only for TV, magazines 15%, outdoors 6%, talking about outdoors, newspapers 6%. Maybe it's not conducted here in Kuwait yet, but this will be the case of going social and planning your social media budget, your marketing budget. So budgets are increasing year over year for online, investing in staff, social ads, community platforms as a priority. Measuring via engagement and metrics. A lot of people say, how can I measure my social media engagement or my engagement online with people? There's the very soft approach that is liking friends, followers, sharing, forwarding, and retweeting. These are all indications for your engagement and how can you define if you're likable or influential online and your brand is doing great. And they're still finding a lot of different measures as we grow or as social media grow to define more how to have the return over this investment or engagement online. Marketing, PR, and customer care are taking the lead. Who's in charge in a corporate, let's say, for social media? There are three teams that they're concerned to handle and collaborate on handling social media. There is no specific department. It's marketing, PR, and customer care and so on. And collaboration is very important between these teams. If they're not in a good terms, they have to be in good terms in order to carry a smart integration online. Last but not least, I have as I spoke, I come from a mobile background, and mobile is taking off the world by a lot of storm, and we have people that has 2 to 3 mobiles or devices. Who uses more than 2 devices at once in this, or watching TV and uses 2 devices? Okay, majority. 3 devices.
3.
Okay, I saw that.
Microwave.
All right, it will go crazier, and on the go social media apps is becoming very popular. It's popping everywhere, and it's very easy, simple, and really happening and becoming part of our daily life. We try to shut down from there, but it's somehow impossible. So mobile marketing is the big thing when it comes to social media and online and marketing in general. We've got Forbes basically launched a very interesting article a couple of days ago saying that social media, also emphasizing on B2B, social media marketing is entering the B2B marketing mix. Now, if you want to get a very interesting corporate relations or B2B, you have to think of social media marketing. Last is my social media trends. This is a very interesting infograph I got from Pinterest online. It was shared. There's very interesting 5 factors or 5 actions that you have to focus on. Coca-Cola was launched for the past 3 years in the Super Bowl. They fixed or they shifted their marketing from traditional marketing to social media viral ads or using YouTube. So convergence, emergence, and the culture of influence that we talked about. There is Cloud, where it's an interesting platform that measures your influence online, how active you are, and what's your rate per number. Social sharing, as we said, you just keep sharing with people is going to be a big thing, using mobile and different devices. Social television, I don't know if you see the American television nowadays start using a lot of hashtags and programs and Channel E and all these Hollywood channels or celebrities are focusing on or relying on Twitter with linking it with TV as well as American Idol. The last trend is the microeconomy, where you basically focus on how you benefit from, let's say, being thankful to your customer, and you focus on the customer rather than focusing on sending out the brand to that customer. And there's a very interesting book by Gary as well, a second book that's called Thank You Economy. It focuses on online and social media approach, being more social and nice to customers rather than having a one-way communication. That's all I have today. Thanks for listening, and I hope you're convinced about online and social media. You can contact me on my email.